Good morning, students. We are on the chapter of provision and reserve, which is the third chapter of account part 2. This lecture we are going to talk about meaning and characteristics of reserve, also its importance. As while introducing the topic, as we have discussed about that to meet principle of going concern, every year some amount is kept aside for the financial soundness of business, and that is called reserve, right? So an amount appropriated out of profit to increase financial soundness of business or meet with contingent loss or liability in future is called reserve. Okay, friends. So it is an appropriated amount of out of profit, either to increase financial soundness of business or to meet contingent loss or liability in future. Normally the contingent means is something which was not expected. Something happens which was not expected, you can say it accidentally. Unexpected things happens and that becomes a loss or liability to us. We need to pay them, right? So that those things can be paid off from reserves, right? So either to increase financial soundness or for the purpose of, or to meet that contingent loss or liability in future, whatever amount is kept aside is called reserve. Reserve is an appropriation and it is created out of profit and loss appropriation account. Friends, when we discuss about provision, we have seen that provisions are created out of profit and loss account, but reserves are created out of profit and loss appropriation account. Reserve may be for a specific purpose or for solvency of business. For example, general reserve, dividend equalization fund, workers accident compensation fund, debenture redemption fund, investment fluctuation reserve, capital redemption reserve. These are the different types of reserves which we will discuss in next lecture in detail. Okay, let us talk about the characteristics of reserve. Reserve is created for financial soundness of business, for growth of the business, or to meet with contingent requirement of business. What else? Reserve is created out of profit and loss appropriation account. Certain reserves are created to meet statutory requirement, legal requirements. Okay, so these are three main characteristics of reserve. First is they are created for financial soundness of business or for growth of business or to meet contingent requirement of business. Second, reserve is created out of profit and loss appropriation account. And third is certain reserves are created to meet statutory requirement. Let us see the importance of reserve. Required funds for expansion of the business is available from profit of business only, and hence there is no need to borrow funds from outside, or proprietor does not require to contribute more capital for growth and expansion of business. Yes, because of reserve, required funds is available from profit only. So no need to borrow from outside or no need to contribute more capital for that purpose. Okay, that is the advantage or importance. Second, financial solvency of business or of the firm increases by transferring some amount of profit to the reserve. So this is the second one, that financial soundness of or financial solvency of business increases by transferring some more amount out of profit to the reserve. You are keeping your profit aside, that will definitely increase your financial solvency. Third, uncertain or contingent expenses or losses can be met if there is sufficient reserve in the business. Obviously, if you have fund, if you have extra fund, if you have reserves, then you can you can face uncertain or contingent expense or losses. When you don't have fund, it becomes very difficult to face such things, but when you are having fund, you feel free to move on. Next, reserves can be used to honor long term liability. If you are knowing some liability which is payable in future, so reserves can be used for that purpose or also. What else? Company can maintain dividend year after year by using reserves. Friends, this may be something new to you. Dividend is given by the company to its shareholder out of the profit, right? And it goes on board of directors whether they want to give dividend or not. It is not compulsory to pay dividend. Now, as I said, dividend is given from profit. So what happens if in a particular year there is no profit or there is a loss? It becomes difficult to give dividend to the shareholder. How can they give when they do not have sufficient fund? Means they are not having profit and dividend is given from profit only, they won't be able to give. To overcome this, the reserves can be used, because reserves are also created out of profit. But in the past year, if you have created such kind of reserves, so to maintain your reputation in the market, to maintain the reputation of company may give dividend from the reserves also. What else? Reserves are created to fulfill some statutory requirement. This we have already seen in characteristics also, that sometime for some legal requirement reserves becomes compulsory. So friends, this was all about reserves. Next lecture we will be talking about the different types of reserves. Thank you.